Hi, I'm Monica and this is Darren. With virtually no boating experience, we decided to sell our house and everything that went with it to buy a boat and live on the water. Together with our dog, Captain Kaya, we're preparing to cast our lines and cruise to the warmth of the southern islands. So climb aboard and come with us as we go seeking adventure.
After 4 weeks back in Jacksonville, it was time to shove off again on a 2-day trip south to St. Augustine. We had provisioned well and hoped to make it to South Florida in a couple weeks. But things don't always go according to plan, and little did we know that our departure would be short-lived.
This area of Jacksonville, maybe for the last time. We're finally heading south. This is what we bought our boat for initially, to have a journey going south.
So we're having some issues with our navigation equipment, the chart plotter. Settings are all off, not really sure what happened there. I did update the software a couple of weeks ago, and yeah, I never checked it. It just said it was updated, it was good to go, so I didn't think that maybe the settings had been changed. So the map's upside down, the boat's facing in the wrong direction, it's not staying in the middle of the page like it should. It's all stuff we can fix, but it's yeah, it's a little nerve-wracking to try to fix it when you're underway. It should be good to go when you leave. And that's on me that it wasn't. Luckily, we're only going to the end of the river today. It's about a 3.5-hour trip, and we know the way. We've been there a few times. We don't need the navigational equipment to get us there. And we should have some time at the end of the day to get everything situated, squared away, so then tomorrow we'll be good to go. That's the plan. Being good to go tomorrow. So Monica, where are we going?
Well, I'm smiling because we are not on a schedule. That's the good news. The bad news is that we left Lambs in Jacksonville 2 hours ago and did the first engine check and found out that we're dripping. We're leaking water inside where it looks like from where the impellers were replaced a few weeks ago. So probably not a big deal, but big enough of a deal that we actually turned around and we are on our way back to the same marina that we just left 2 hours ago.
Monica, is that the only problem that we have?
No. So in addition to that, which I guess it's okay since we are going back, none of our electronics are working. So we are just driving kind of not blindfolded because we're in the St. Johns River. We've been here many times and we just follow the buoys, but we don't have any depth and we don't have any charts. So AIS, radar, nothing. We're just out here driving the boat and enjoying a beautiful day.
So, wow, today was really such a interesting day from the get-go. We had issues when we left here with the navigational system, the chart plotter. We had issues with water leaking into the engine room through an impeller that was just replaced a couple weeks ago. And then we made the correct decision to come back instead of pushing on. We were about an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours into the trip, and we turned around, which was the right decision. And then when we got back, the docking wasn't very smooth, and I pulled the bow over too strong, and that kicked the stern out, and we ended up smacking the dock with the bow. No damage to the dock or the bow, but it's been a very frustrating day.
But I'm actually feeling pretty good. The sun is shining. It is warm, probably like 75 degrees right now. And we are not on a schedule. So, doesn't matter that we had to turn around. It's a little bit disappointing, of course. But in the big scheme of things, it's better that we come back and take care of the two issues, that the electronics should be flawless, and of course we can't have a water leak.
Right.
So,
No.
What are you doing, Darren?
Emptying the bathtub. Well, not the bathtub. I don't really know what this area is called. There's a catchment area under the engines, and it's separate from the bilges, and that catches any oil or gas or diesel that drips out of the engines, which really doesn't happen, but keeps it from going in the bilges so it's not pumped overboard. But now it's filled with water
Why is there a lot of water there?
because our impeller was leaking.
Okay, so we have Roger back on board. Roger's been helping us with all of our electronics, which we are so grateful for. And we were ready to leave yesterday, as you know. We got 2 hours into it and nothing worked.
Beautiful.
So what happened?
Well, I would say the best thing is that it kind of lost its mind.
Yeah.
So to make it remember everything that it has, all of the sources, you have to sometimes reconfigure the sources.
Yeah. And we are also working on an autopilot that was missing a compass, and we certainly don't know to check for these things. So we
Right.
learn when things don't work.
Right.
When they work, we're just like, it's working. And we
Yes.
don't know how, but it's working.
Right.
But when it's not working, we can tell. So there was a compass that was missing, I'd say a hidden compass, because you can't even see it. For me, I mean, I can't see that compass that was missing.
You wouldn't know.
Right.
You really wouldn't know that
Right.
it was there or not there.
Right. So I think that is somewhat of a surprise to most people, that to have your autopilot working, you have to have a compass that's specifically designated to the autopilot.
Right.
So that's what Roger is here for today to help us do, and it was a fairly simple install.
Yes.
So now we're going to try the boat out and see if everything works.
We're going to swing the compass.
We're going to swing the compass.
With the electronics and the impellers back in business, we said goodbye again to Jacksonville and headed for Sisters Creek, a small public dock off the ICW that offers free docking for up to 3 days. This would be our jump-off spot for the 5-hour trip to St. Augustine the next day. Sisters Creek is one of the most beautiful places that we've been since we started boating. It's clear to see why it's such a popular stopover location for boaters sailing the ICW. With Sea Star secured, it was time to take Captain Kaya for a walk. She's a great boat dog. She never complains about long passages, but she does appreciate a chance to stretch her legs and explore her surroundings.
ando chilling en casa. Que lo que quiero te pasa, más de nivel. Esta mi despedida, vete con el que tú un día. Suerte que ya no eres mía, ya no te aguanto, no. Esta mi despedida.
Today's breakfast.
So how do you want to put those on top of the bread?
I think you should put the bread on first, so it's like toasted bread. And then just let that toast for a little bit. And then we'll
just a couple moments.
we'll put the eggs, which are already done, but just to warm them up.
Yeah.
And then we'll put the
Cheese.
Well, the cheese will go on the very top.
Cheese
I
on the
think.
top. Yeah.
That's the last thing that should go on, so
Yeah,
it
yeah.
melts.
Yeah.
Yeah. Grilled
Grilled breakfast.
grilled breakfast.
I don't think it's going to take long to get this toast.
And this is a very nice area.
I mean, this is gorgeous here.
Yeah.
It would be a place that we could stay for a few days.
Yeah, you're allowed to stay up to 3 days at Sisters Creek. And we've read a lot of good things about this place and can definitely agree to that. Thumbs up.
Yeah, it's really beautiful.
So this is our
Eggs first?
eggs first, and that's yours, the bigger ones. So I gave you 3 places of I would put these on right away.
You would?
Yeah. And then just shut the lid again. For a little bit. And then we'll do the cheese dry.
That
So
cheese is vegan cheese, so it's not going to melt.
This is vegan cheese.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So maybe we could put it on at any point.
Alright. As long as you don't think it's gonna make a mess.
No, I
You're
don't
the
think it'll
master
make
of
a
the
mess.
grill.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to make a mess.
The birds can smell our breakfast.
So,
16, 17, 18, 19, 20.
now I'm seriously worried about the cheese flying off because I don't think it melted at all.
Well, I'll cover it.
That is a heavy sandwich. All right, I'm going to turn this off.
All right. Okay. Breakfast
Alrighty.
is served.
This is served.
La primera vez que tú me la hiciste, baby, quería matarme. Pero ahora no. El problema fue amarte, yeah. Sabiendo que no sientes nada y no sabes querer. No sabes querer.
The beginning of our journey south didn't start as we had planned. But as Monica said, it's not the challenges that you encounter that are so important, but how you respond to them that determines your success or failure. We passed the test this time and we're on our way to St. Augustine, a little bit more experienced and better equipped to handle our next challenge.